Hello everyone, this is Trevito here, ready to talk about my thoughts on the preview for episode 79 of Dragon Ball Super and some thoughts on episode 78. Thanks for everyone who has subscribed, by the way, and if you haven't, please subscribe because we have a lot of big things planned out soon. I'm really excited for this arc, so glad that the Universal Survival arc has started, and I'm especially excited more than ever now that we got to see Majin Buu back in action. It's been a long time since we've seen Majin Buu actually fight. I mean, I know we saw him up against Beerus a little bit over during the movie and the beginning of the Dragon Ball Super series, but now he's actually in a one-on-one combat planned out situation, so that's going to be really cool to see. I really hope that we can actually see something funny, maybe have him turn his opponent to chocolate and eat him up, but if not, I think it's going to go one of two ways. I think that either he's going to just mop the floor with this guy and win really easily, or Buu will lose, and that will be a way of giving us some sort of power scaling to show that these guys over in Universe 9, that they're all pretty much like Super Saiyan 3 tier and above, which would really show that all these other universes, they could be even stronger, same tier, which that's not a joke. I mean, I know we're way ahead of Super Saiyan 3 right now, but it's pretty crazy just to think about like how far we've gone through the series with how long it took like our characters like Goku to get Super Saiyan 3 tier, and then there's other universes that these guys may have had creatures that strong for years now and years. But yeah, I think just because of that power scaling though, I think it's going to make the fight with Gohan even more interesting, just because I think, Kira Toriyama and Toei, they know that a lot of the fans, they're kind of disappointed in Gohan. They think that Gohan's become a lot weaker. I think he's become soft. Now, I think he's probably a little stronger than what we give him credit for. A lot of other people think that also. But I think that Gohan's fight definitely probably will be the best fight. Either it's just going to be the most intense fight, where it's going to be the closest and hard-fought battle, or I think it's just going to be the most intense fight because it's Gohan, and we haven't really seen him up against anybody with, like such consequences, like the universe can actually become destroyed, and I think that Gohan's going to push himself. He's going to take it seriously. Especially if Majin Buu loses, then Gohan's going to know, okay, we're down 0-1. If I lose, if it's best 2 out of 3, which I'm assuming, if I lose, then we're done. And it did look like at one point Gohan did have like a serious face on. Maybe he was just interested in like their power, or maybe something else is going to happen where he just didn't like what he heard or saw, and that may have been a little serious. But either way, though, I think that he's going to have the best fight because it looked like from, the previews way before with Goku fighting, it looks like he's going to mop the floor with his opponent either way. But it looks like the Great Priest also gets mad at some point, too. There's also, a shot where his face looks pretty mad. And maybe it's because Buu's messing around, because he does act like, a little kid, and he is Majin Buu. But it seems to me that the entertainment of these fights is just as important to the Great Priest as the arts of the Omni Kings. And I don't know if that's just because, like he doesn't want the Omni Kings to be mad, because if the Omni Kings are mad, like they might destroy him. But I kind of doubt that. I'm actually thinking a little bit different overall. Actually, Whis did say also that, and he did imply too that the Great Priest had some input on the decision that the Omni Kings made. He says that they all made the decision together to have the losing universes wiped out. Also, the Great Priest seems very calm and comfortable with speaking about, the rules, which is pretty weird, considering you think if he's an angel and like the highest of angels that he'd be all about good and peace, but I guess not. And, maybe if the Great Priest himself is not satisfied with the fights, he'll tell, the Omni Kings that they don't want to cooperate, and, the Omni Kings will just agree. Because they're very easily influenced. They have no critical thinking skills at all. They're kind of like, it's kind of like, when Goku told him about Zamasu, and he's like, oh, you should just destroy this guy. He's a jerk, right? And then Omni King was just like, yeah, I agree. And then bam. So it's kind of like, he has all this power, but because of his mind, he needs somebody to control him. And then I know there's a lot of people that have speculated that, the Great Priest is the brains behind the operation there, and that could be. But yeah, another thing I found interesting though is that now all the universes know that there's two Omni Kings and one of them's from the future, and with time travel being so taboo, I really wonder, like how the fact that there's two Omni Kings there will affect the thoughts of other universes and like how they think about Universe 7. What questions they're going to be asking themselves, because they were already scared just by having one Omni King. So imagine now that they know that there's two, and knowing that Goku was the one who brought him, and they already have a bad reputation in Universe 7 because of Goku. All the other universes were making comments like, oh, they're so disrespectful, they're so rude. So it's gonna be pretty interesting, and it's gonna be interesting to see like how many more problems that causes for like Goku and the rest of the gang later on, knowing that he brought a second Omni King in from the future, which is taboo, and on top of that, he's the one that caused these guys to make a tournament with such high stakes. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think too. I'm really excited for this. Got a couple more video ideas because of some things that happened in the episode. Like fighting over in that dark void and whatnot. But yeah, thank you guys, and if you liked the video, please like and subscribe to the channel.